We've got a mail call. We'll be right back after the intro. All right, welcome back to the Dirty Water Coins and Collectibles channel. As mentioned, we have a mail call. This package was sent to me by Dan McCumber, a friend of the channel and the Copper Coins community and Discord. Also a, what do you call it, like a host for Coins After Dark. Many things. Many things. So let's get into this. Dan wanted to send me some toners. I'm going to put the phone on a tripod. I may not put these under the scope just because it doesn't really, I don't know the word I'm looking for. It doesn't show well on the scope. So what I'm going to try to do is put the phone on the tripod. I'll put a glove on, and then I'll bring the coin up to the camera just to see if I can get the angles for toning better shown than I would under the scope. That's rambling and ranting. So here we go. We've got some pennies that hopefully we can throw into our toner album. Thank you again, Mr. McCumber. I appreciate you. Let's get the tripod set up. See what we got going on here. Be right back. So when I moved the envelope to the side, this popped out. We missed one. Look at that thing. All right, let me get a couple of these out, or at least one of them out. I got to fix the camera here too. I'll be right back. All right, holy crap. Dude, I don't even know if I can put these in the album. They're like incredible. There's a couple in here that are just like wowzers types of coins. So right here, I have a 1969 S proof. And this one has a little bit of toning to it. But that is just, look at the mirror finish on this coin. That's incredible. So I'll check this one first against my regular penny album. Not sure that would go in the toner album. But holy crap. All right, we've got one. Next, look at this thing. A 1960. It's got some like greenish color to it. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here. That's a little bit better. It's got some toning in the word Liberty. And then in Lincoln's face area, right here, you can see some greenish. Let's see if I angle this a little bit like that. See if we can get, there you go. You can kind of see the greenish toning right there. A little bit on the reverse. Okay. We have a 1982. Check out that. It's got some striations, got some blues and greens in there. That's a beautiful looking coin. Look at that. It's a nice angle right there. And pretty much normal on the reverse, some reds. Little bit of toning up in this area here. Okay, put that one down. Next up, this 1957 with the rainbow going through Lincoln's face. Look at that. That's incredible. Dan, you didn't have to send these, man. These are beautiful coins. Look at that reverse. This doesn't do it any justice. I pulled this coin out of the flip, and holy smokes! At the end of this, I'll try to get the camera off the tripod. I'll set the better sides up. But look at that. Man, that is crazy. Just wish I could get the angle. You can get it right about there. You can kind of see it. You get the greens. The whole coin itself is pretty much a purple. That's incredible. And this one here, holy smokes. You have a 1965. Look at that. That's a beautiful coin. Whoo-wee. That's incredible. That one I don't even know what to put down, like for you to see it when I take the camera off the tripod. We'll go with the obverse. The reverse is insane too. Okay, let me get the other three out of the flips, and I'll be right back. All right, so in the flips, there were two 51S's. I'm going to leave this one in the flip. You can see some of the green up in the area here. Look at the hairline. There's like green and purple in the hair. Harder to see in the flip, but you can see the toning on that one. So I did take out the other two coins. Let's see, this one here is a 1951S with some slight toning around the rim. A little bit up here and down here. As best as I can see, like I said, the lighting, it's tough. Beautiful coin. All right, got that one. And then I do have a 1981 San Francisco proof. Look at the colors there. That's pretty crazy. It almost looks like glitter. And there's the reverse. All right, so let me take this off the tripod and get you guys a close-up of these. Hopefully I can get some lighting worked out better, and I will be right back. All right, here's what those 7 look like from afar. Let's see if I can't get any better angles here. Coming in a little bit closer. You can kind of see some greens and reds on the 69 proof. But like I said, I'm going to try that one in my regular album. You can see some toning south, like by his jacket. But my lighting isn't. There's some toning right there. You can see some greens right there, down on the jacket area. And we have the 1960. The toning in his face, neck, and collar of the jacket, a little bit in Liberty. And we have our 1982. Got our blues and greens in there. This thing is incredible. Was this a 57, I think? Look at the colors on that. Holy smokes. Okay. A 65. Incredible. Look at that. That thing's gorgeous. And then 51S. in our 81 proof S. Look at that. That almost looks like a Frank McCain opal. All the colors in there. Holy smokes. Dan, thank you, brother. You did not have to do that. That's incredible. All right, let me get the two folders out. I know on the wheats I don't really have a lot, so that's really cool. Let me get going and I'll be right back. So for the wheat dates, I don't have anything in the 57. And if I did, I'm sure it would be coming out. I'm putting it in reverse facing. Sue me. And then up here, the 51S. Obviously didn't have a spot for that, so that'll be going in there. Give me 1 second. All right, the wheats are in their respective album. 1957, 51S. Let's see what I have. Anything over here? We have a couple in here. 73, 74. So it's coming along. Slowly but surely. All right, let's get into the next album. I'll be right back. All right, my bad. Still same album. I have a 1960 in the album already. But this one's in much better condition. We're going to swap out a small date with a large date. Give me a second. I'll be right back. All right. Those have been swapped out. Let's get into the next one. All right. It's hard to see against the album background, but this is the 65. Beautiful coin. Nothing in that spot. So that'll be going in there. Alrighty, spot filled. That thing is gorgeous. On to the next. Be right back. All right, page 3 of the 1941 to 1974 has been updated. It's looking good. Let's get into the next album. This side is empty. Got a couple here, a couple here. Well, on album 2, I don't have a spot for 81S. So I'll have to check my regular album with that one. Let's see, the next coin up is a standard 82 small cent. So we have a spot there. Let me see if it's a copper or a zinc. Hold on. So it is an 82 copper. Dan's coin is in much better condition. This coin has a little bit more color. I'm going to keep them as is. So I'm going to check these two, the 81S and the 82, against my regular album. All right, from this angle, you can see the toning on that 1960. Nice reds. I do have a 1960 large date, but I am going to swap those out. And look at that. Look at the color on the reverse. So that'll show better in this album anyway. All right, I'll be right back. All right, 1960 large date is in. If I flip the page, I don't have an 81S Type 1. Let me know what that is. Is that like the, is that the S mint mark? I don't have either of them, so let's see this. So that is like an open S. I don't know. I don't know if that's a Type 1 or Type 2. I'll have to look that up. Either way, that'll go in one of those spots. And then I do have the 1982 small date copper, which will go right there. All right, so what I just looked up real quick is the 81S with the defined S is the Type 2, and more of a mushy S is the Type 1. So So let's get this into its respective spot here. That'll go right there. All right, spots have been filled. Most of them are spot fillers. I think we had 1 or 2 upgrades. Mr. McCumber, that was incredible, dude. You sent some phenomenal looking coins. So I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. To all the Dirty Water fans, I want to thank you for watching. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, tap that like button, hype up this video. And again, thank you, Dan. See you all in the next one.